only the finest ingredients and pays real attention to detail.
Andy, brewing is something that we all know about a little bit. Just put the detail in it for us.
Well, the main extracts for the fermentation of the beer comes from malted barley, and what we do with it is we mill it and we mash it with hot water. After mashing it at 65 degrees centigrade, the starches will be converted to sugars. We'll then run that into an underback. We pump it into a copper. So we sparge the grains with more hot liquor, which is hot water as we call it, and pump it up to the copper from the underback. We bring it to the boil in the copper. We add hops at that point. We can then drop it back to the underback, which has been cleaned out at that point, and pump it through a heat exchanger and into the fermenting vessel that we're going to use that day. At that point, we will pitch it with ale yeast. It'll take about 3 or 4 days to ferment down to the attenuation limit, as we call it, the finishing gravity. We cool it down at that point, skim off the excess yeast. In the next 3 days, surplus yeast will fall out of suspension. At that point, it can be put into barrels, and pretty much it can be then fined and sent out to the landlord. What the findings do is they collect all the material in the beer, proteins and yeast still in the beer. It'll form big clumps, and it will drop out very readily over between 24 and 48 hours, leaving a very bright beer behind. Or hopefully it'll leave a very bright.
So, but what do you use? What is?
Oh, right. It's isinglass findings, which is extracted from swim bladders of tropical fish.
And then you put it into the cask?
No, it's actually in the cask when the findings are added.
Oh, really?
And then it's in the landlord's cellar that it actually finally settles out bright.
Now then, this is the bit I've been looking forward to, the tasting. This one is your Farne Island Pale Ale that has this character of a bitter. Taste it with me, tell me what I'm tasting. Right.
If you'd looked at the hops earlier,
Yes.
you'd have taken the aroma from the hops, like a green.
Yes, I get that.
And you're getting that on the back taste of this. It's a nice fresh beer coming through.
Fine. So let's move on to the SOB. I don't know what you mean by SOB or anything like that. So let's have a taste here. Different altogether. And you can see by the colour, can't you, that it's immediately it's going to be. It's sweeter. It doesn't have the same freshness.
No. This sounds unpleasant, but you get it almost like a woodiness to the flavour on that.
But there's also a creaminess.
It's a lot smoother. In this particular instance, it's coming from amber and crystal malt.
Right.
With a little bit of chocolate malt thrown in as well.
This is fascinating. Thank you very much, because I really am learning a lot about beer today. These guys are expert in what they do, and I tell you what, I do enjoy it. Cheers.